Management Leadership Excellence Award organized by CPM Sri Lanka. Today, we plan to give some overview of this program as well as especially how to write the report, what we expected according to the judge's point of view, what are our expectation and how to write examples, all these matters we are try to give some sort of clarification because we witness many inquiries based on that. Since it is our first edition of this Management Leadership Excellence Awards, we thought to give kind of guidance to our applicants. So with that note, let me give a brief overview about this award. Actually, the CPM Management Leadership Excellence Award aim to recognize and honor outstanding business leaders and corporate decision makers who have efficiently transformed their company or team's vision into a reality, driving growth and profitability. As a leading professional management institute in Sri Lanka, CPM is committed to promoting excellence in best management practices, as you may witness in our corporate awards system called Best Management Practices Company Awards. So the Management Leadership Excellence Awards or else MLE Awards will celebrate exemplary leadership qualities such as innovation, the community service, brand building, diversification, management skills, and strategic acumen. So with that note, ladies and gentlemen, let me share the presentation today. So uh, with that, we can start our giving overview. So as you may aware, we have defined seven managerial leadership competencies, which will in detail explain by our chairman of panel of judges, Dr. Samantha Ratnayaka. Uh, uh, with that, let me quickly bring your attention to the evaluation process. This is quite vital for you all because 80% weightage we have given to the desk review reports and 10% for the compliance of deadline rules, template and other instruction. And the other 10% we have given the judge's decision. Therefore, friends, we have no any presentations in these awards like our Best Management Practices Company Awards. Therefore, you need to write the report within the given template and within the word limit, so which will be evaluated by panel of judges. And let me move to the applicant categories. There are two categories we have defined. One is executive director level category. Second one is the corporate management level category. Let me bring your attention who is belong or who is qualified for this executive director level category. So the executive chairman, chief executive officers, managing directors, general managers or secretaries in government, ministries and departments, authorities will qualify for this executive director level category. So while we are having them, then the corporate management level, we have other C-suite executives like CFOs, Chief CTO, CHRO, CMO. Likewise, the detail you can see, and this same details available in our website as well. Then the executive director level reports, there are two templates available, slightly different, but let me show it, and this will be further in detail explained by our chairman of panel of judges, Dr. Samantha Ratnayaka. So let me skip that. And corporate management level also we have another template, and that also will be explained by our chairman. Then the important dates of this, because this is quite, you need to be mindful because as while we are recognizing the management leadership competencies, our judges are pretty much willing, and they want to make sure whether the people are the applicants are submitting their reports on time. Therefore, the 7th August 2025 is the deadline for your report submissions. Therefore, friends, we hope that we will not go for any date extensions. Therefore, we request you to kindly adhere with this report submission. Then the announcement of winners except overall gold, silver, bronze winners, we will announce after the careful judging process, 20th August. Then the selection of overall executive director level, because this is only applicable for the executive director level applicants, not for corporate management level applicants, because when executive director level category applicants select for become winners of their respective categories or the special projects, then overall mark based on the overall marks they gain, we will invite them for a special discussion with the jury that will be perhaps in online. Time will be given. So that we are planning to have it 21st August 2025. Then the registration for awards nights until 27th of August 2025, we will take the registration. You may bring your uh, office colleagues and or your family members to celebrate your achievements, because the 3rd of September we are going to have this award night at in the grand scale at the Cinnamon Grand Colombo. So this is what we request. The night of excellence is awaiting for you. Therefore, the evening you can celebrate your achievement. So with that note, let me hand over the next part of the presentation to Dr. Samantha Ratnayaka, the brainchild of this award system, as well as the chairman of a panel of judges and governing council member of CPM Sri Lanka. Over to you, sir.
Right. So thank you, Dilshan, Mr. Dilshan Arsagurathan, the director, CPM. It's quite pleasing, I would say, to get involved in this process. Before I start, may I say something? So as a professional body, the growing and emerging professional body in management, what we have been promoting among the best practices, the best practices among the institutions. So we can see quite a happening in that sense. Like last 4 years, it has been doing very well. But there is another dire demand or a request requested by mainly the demanded by the larger fraternity of management cohorts, as well as other the member and non-members, telling that, look, so there are a lot of individual personalities who are doing something for the country, but not recognizing them adequately. So try to do something, not just invite them and give award. Instead, do something based on kind of a basis of what we can think of. So in that sense, we are happy to announce that this, as Mr. Dilshan showcased, that the 7 key areas. So we have deliberated, done a lot of work behind the screen, and got that into a framework and got these 7 areas. So the first of all, I want to highlight before we go to a little bit nitty-gritties. You can see that each managerial leadership competency has a very clear articulated action-driven attribute. So you can see that the demonstrating visionary leadership, like that driving innovation and creativity. So similarly, if we look at down, you can see that showcasing community service orientation and there, because there are two facets. So that corporate social responsibility coming up, and then engaging in brand building and achieving marketing business excellence. So there is a marketing domain or business excellence, and then the enabling diversification and growth strategy. And the last two are exhibiting exemplary management skill because some are brilliant in their managerial demonstration, and finally, inspiring strategic leadership and trend capitalization. So coming back to number one, but before that, may I say that the whole objective of this discussion is about, I think from a secretariat point of view, Mr. Dilshan used to receive quite a number of calls while having the overwhelming demand coming from on one hand. So we are very much pleased to see that kind of a response coming from our diverse members. But at the same time, so some few areas, nitty-gritties they want to clarify or verify or otherwise nullify about this fill in the form. In that sense, now before I go to the details, may I say that first of all, I would like to say that we are happy to say so we have made your life comfortable, and we have made from a judge's point of view our life also greatly comfortable, that because the boundaries are demarcated. So within those boundaries, one can demonstrate the creativity. So the whole objective is to get some mini clarity matters sorted rather than I am just going to explain one by one. But while leaving for a while here, ladies and gentlemen, the objective is now let's say that here with regard to a managerial leadership competencies point of view, one can have say a mini caption as per the template given in that box, a very simple detail of like how those each areas are demonstrated by respective personality in new organization. So that is the template requirement in terms of those respective 7 areas, because the like which I'll explain in a while. But at the same time, now one might believe that, look, among those 7, I have something special. I have done something extraordinary. Like I have like amply demonstrated those attributes quite standing out manner than others. So in that sense, you have a greater chance of applying for your application in that light. Look, yes, I have all these qualities because anyway, you being a corporate leader or a executive director leader level according to our 2 categories, these qualities are part and parcel in our DNA. But whatever said and done, there are certain areas we are standing out from the rest. So that is what we want to highlight. Okay, I think Dilshan that's the exact establishment from CPM point of view. Am I right?
Yes, you are, sir.
Yeah. So having said that, now ladies and gentlemen, let's get a little bit, we'll pause for a while because I can see that a majority of these, particularly the very senior members, secretaries and their assistants have joined with us. And so they have shown a lot of keenness. So this is good for you to look at your boss and bosses rather like, okay, I think our boss is very good at this particular area. So in a way, you are a kind of a mini, may I say, a reverse mentor or coach to your boss also. So that would be a good opportunity for you. Right. Having said that, let's take a few minutes to understand this. Now let's take first one for an example. So demonstrating visionary leadership means the broad caption is, of course, recognizes leaders who have successfully translated their vision into actionable strategies, resulting in significant organizational growth and profitability. So broadly, you would see what is that mean? That means if a leader in a respective organization has not just confined to only articulating the vision, but vision into action with actionable supported goals, objectives, strategies, and tactics, which is we call in the domain of managerial leadership point of view. It is about the vision into respective corresponding strategies, and that is giving resulted growth and the profitability. So that means organization has impacted towards desired direction. Now, while I am highlighting the beauty is you can see that from a CPM point of view, you would see for each area we have simplified some captions, videos, all set up in the site. All the details are there, but still we are giving this additional understanding. Now, one might think that, okay, yeah, as a leader, I do this vision into actionable strategies. Yes, we do that, achieving results. We drive the organizational growth. We like drive the profitability. But still, if you feel that no, that is not adequate for me to understand. So here, ladies and gentlemen, you can see each factor has been amply supported by key characteristics, we can say rather attributes, to understand those nitty-gritties. Now, if you look at, so if you feel that what I'm going to highlight of my boss or my leader or my organization, or if you are joining as I want to like showcase, look, I have these characteristics. So then these characteristics you don't need to qualify one by one, but from a judge's point of view, we can see if these characteristics are embedded in your answer, quite easy to mark, because the marking scheme, like in that sense, marking criteria very much clearly given. Right. So what does that mean? So demonstrating visionary leadership means clear strategic direction. So you can see that that is anyway like ability to articulate and implement a compelling long-term vision. So that's a one feature. Transformational impact. It is not just a give and take transactional. It is about from point A to point B, taking someone to unthinkable into like thinkable, non-reachable, impossible tasks, making it possible. So transformational impact. So drives meaningful change, business transformation, inspiring others. When you are driving for a vision, by nature, those leaders inspire others. So they influence others, they instruct others, they guide others. So that's what we call motivates teams and stakeholders toward a shared purpose. So future-oriented thinking. So visionary means future-oriented. So that's the another feature. And not only having a vision, the guiding light, the goal direction, so purpose-driven leadership as well. So aligns vision with the organizational values and societal impact. Now, see, I think what else one can say that, look, so this would be setting a new guiding thought. I think couple of, even though we brief the both CPM director and we have received some positive comments like after introducing this. So some have in fact shared that, look, so these characteristics are easy for us to like navigate our leadership demonstrations, competency demonstrations into a targeted line as well. So that's the beauty. So therefore, dear ladies and gentlemen, like similarly, if I go to the second one, like driving innovation and creativity, you can see. So how someone is driving the innovation. So what is that speciality? Celebrates leaders who have fostered the culture of innovation, bringing these new ideas into action, leading to a development of new product, services, processes that have significantly enhanced their organization's competitive edge. So how they are standing rest versus others, because they are bringing new products, new services, new processes, new turnaround times. Like when the mundane of many companies are looking for average service response to a society, where uh, the so-called leader is quite unique. He has turned around this 10 days into 1 day, or like 1 month into 1 hour. That's the transformation we're talking about. So there, so what are the key characteristics of such a personality? Idea generating culture, breakthrough solutions, technology integration, risk taking with responsibility, continuous improvement. So they have that improvement mindset. So you can see that all these features are like creating the environment. If you read all the nitty-gritties, foster environment, creativity experiments, novel product, service, processes, leverage technology effectively to get that innovation enabling, embrace calculated risks. So that is the average versus leaders feature. So continuous improvement is always, so we used to call, so such leaders we can see they are like taking the feedback quite regularly. So they see moments as not point to get back into, but go forward. So that's what we call mindset of learning and iterative enhancement. So the customer probably complaints for them are learning opportunities. So that's what the average leaders versus good leaders. Right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, if you go to third one, so you can see that there are leaders, while having that, they have a special flair for showcasing community service orientation or CSR mindset. Now, those leaders we want to honor who have made substantial contributions to their respective, not this isolated community here, the larger community, larger service thinking. So the traditional, the dogma of CSR with demonstrating, say, commitment to social and environment sustainability. So there are very few leaders who are like that. So if you look at those key characteristics, I like we can save time rather than reading one by one. But if you see that sustainability, environment sustainability governance initiative, getting employee involved, nurturing, harnessing ethical leadership, positive social impact, so long-term commitment towards such a drive. So I would say it's even like very compelling when you are reading these characteristics. So that if I want to be even a leader of that nature, so I might give a lot of focus to these areas. So that would be embedding my personality highlight in that domain. So that is what we call showcasing community service orientation. So I'm sure, ladies and gentlemen, when you are going through one by one, you would see that these characteristics are quite a wider basket. Like look at number 4. So that's about there are leaders who are constantly stressing, articulating, reiterating the value of brand building. And not only that, putting that brand into action, performance, achieving marketing, business excellence. So what are their key, like the driving under theme factor? So you can see that those leaders we want to recognize who have successfully built and enhanced their company's brand, creating a strong market presence and driving consumer engagement. So that like in the domain of predominantly in marketing, but still those leaders show characteristics such as distinct brand identity, getting that customer centric strategies, very innovative campaigns, market penetration, reputation management. So now any leader who has demonstrated in those like lines, no doubt about that, they have a story to tell, they have done something, we love to showcase them as well. So with that, let's go to number 5. So you can see that now this is a mindset where even the country is looking for, because we have adequate problems in the past. So now we are looking for such breakthrough, next level, next jump. So we want to celebrate with those leaders, those who have such features, who have effectively diversified their business operations, entered to new markets, industries, or achieve sustainable growth. It's not sustaining. So like they are bringing those growth that enabling diversification and growth strategy. So this one is not with everyone. Like everyone can't do that. Probably in a particular this year of our testing. So ladies and gentlemen, like those leaders, they see what others can't see. So they see new market realities. So new growth areas. So they want to minimize the risk in their basket. So strategic expansion, so revenue stream development, very agile business models. So they adapt to new scenarios, very synergistic investments, and sustainable growth focus. So that would give them versus risk into a long-term value creation lineup. So I mean, last two. Now there are leaders while having their own identities. Now, if you look at the number 6 per se, this is extraordinary discipline, well much predicted, but to a great exemplary level of managerial skill demonstration. So sometimes we can see quite such people even in the very high delivery lines in the even the state sector. But particularly we want to honor them, the people who have demonstrated exceptional managerial skills like team building, taking some informed decisions, conflict resolution, leading to improved organizational performance. So where in this case, the key factors are all revolving around the managerial domain, like people empowerment, decisiveness, decisiveness, so the emotional intelligence, like operational efficiency, conflict resolutions, and so on. So what these features show that. So hold the nerves, build cohesive teams and get teams together, get put teams together, make that house in order. So these are the people who like make the houses in order, make the that housekeeping well, and get that still the lot of discipline into the system. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we should not forget that while having those key characteristics, the seventh one, which you have found it out in our managerial leadership competency list, inspiring strategic leadership and trend capitalization. Now, this is where people who are exceptionally coming out with strategies and capitalize emerging trends, setting new trends, getting new dimensions such as ensuring the organizational adaptability into a long-term directions in respective domains. So these are not just average leaders. So those leaders getting this particularly. So they are brilliant in opportunity recognition. They are opportunity seekers. A lot of strategic agility in terms of responding to new realities, and heavy users of embracing data-driven decisions, vision alignment. So here the more absolutely futuristic and bringing the competitiveness in the I would say local, global, regional landscape, very proactive in terms of their strategic moves and so on. So you would see that when you are looking at these 7 areas, while having these 7 areas, say in general, so there are quite a number of applications are coming up. We can see that among them, you have something to stand out. For that, once again, I would like to reiterate before we open up questions. We are in last 16 minutes. May I say, we have made your life comfortable as well as judges' life comfortable. Look, each managerial leadership competency has a underpinning theme, as well as in case you have some clarity issues, you can see some characteristics. So it doesn't mean that each characteristic should be embedded in your description, but those are the key attributes one is demonstrating in the making of edifice of that managerial competency. But I would see we are very much pleased since this is the first one. So we are actually looking at this outside in perspectives of completion of the first award ceremony this year. Probably we can come out with further interesting value additions later based on these market responses. But for the moment, we have organized this. I think the Secretariat has organized this to make you further clarified. But we are absolutely enjoying the type of overwhelming response we have received from the audience. I think that's my initial description. So based on that, if there are any questions, we can take it up and go forward. Mr. Dilshan, would you like to? Now you can see that, look, here, so that's the usual practice of CPM. For an example, I think I remember even the very first year once we launched best management practices also, we realized that we have given a flexibility to participants, Dishan, you also can add, like recall my memories, where we gave a lot of freedom to participants to write freely. So what has happened, participants enjoyed writing all over. So then we had a challenge of getting harmonized or synchronized kind of a thinking between the applicant and the judge's point of view. But I think all have been sorted out from the second one onwards. We specifically open up some boxes and tell that look how the professional judgment also happening. So therefore, in this case also, you can see that this template is not very difficult and quite easy, and all the areas are being illustrated. So if I take few minutes to highlight, now you can see, say, brief profile of the applicant. So it's 5 marks, but you can pitch your the applicant. So make it very brief means in that chosen area. Now once you write that in that box, in the make it very brief means the blue color area. Once you make that, so the whoever the panel of judge, you can easily look at that whether the profile projection is very briefly given within those. So that's quite a common area, like the key highlights of the person. Then, in terms of that particular personality per se, now we are going to contextualize. So that is number two. That means, what is the scenario in the 224? So like here, now see, we have made your life comfortable by reading. Please describe the key challenges or situation you faced prior, that means during 2024, provide a comparison with previous year, like period to illustrate the context. So what does that mean? That means, now, okay, so this great personality, this great leader, this so-called director, relevant position, is having a like definitely unthinkable and foreseen a challenge. So due to various reasons, it has gone through either business collapse or like the turnaround was blocked or some statutory challenges. So the company has got a new sudden changes or unexpected external environment pressure. So they couldn't cushion the pressure or something like that. So that pressure to be highlighted for that 10 marks there. So then that gives us the like context. Okay, this particular personality in that context, how those managerial competencies have been demonstrated. So therefore, now the question 3 comes. So if you a little bit scroll up a little bit, Disha, now here you can see managerial leadership approach there. Here, please provide a brief explanation of your managerial and leadership approach under each area, ensuring that your responses does not exceed 150 words. Now, here definitely these 7 areas based on the broad theme of each area. Now, you can see you can't write a lot. So, what you need to do inside this like either in the right side box here or in this area, very briefly you can say what you mean by please explain, justify in brief as per the relevant the characteristics, say the demonstrating visionary leadership. So that means now we have explained what is the visionary leadership for an example. So they are having a compelling vision into reality that leads to a result gives the growth, the organization profitability, and so on. So like then, so brief narration is given for each area. So then we can understand these managerial competencies are by and large are embedded in the personality of here the person put like person this like particular setting of this person. With that, now that would give 20 marks. So because that's your leadership context, so we can see that very composite leader who has demonstrated by and large. So definitely those 7 areas demonstration in their personality could be slightly vary, but we can see that more or less the key attributes of a leader are embedded in this personality. So with that, let's go to number 4. Now we want to see here the like number 4, impact of managerial leadership or organizational performance provide a minimum of 3 pieces of evidence. So the initiatives, output, outcome, results, highlight. Now this is so if I just read it out, call clearly present 3 pieces of evidence as topmost category you prefer. Now see the word, even though we have not additionally highlighted, topmost category you prefer to recognize at the awards and indicate how your leadership has contributed to get this business right. So if you please go to the next page. Right, thank you. So here you can see now, like by looking, even though those 7 characteristics are part of our boss, so like myself or whoever that you are showcasing, now you can see that as far as 2024 is concerned, out of them, which one is predominant? Now, let me say, I am a person who has done a lot of CSR and real game changers in my industry, like driving into a new ESG kind of agenda in mind. So then I have plenty of examples during my year. So I can't talk everything here. So what I need to showcase, look, let me give 3 evidences. So evidence 1, 2, 3. So that is what the expectation of this like number 4 question. So that for that matter, like if you feel a little bit uncomfortable, okay, how should I how should I develop my answer? So then the key characteristics would be your guiding light. You can see that, okay, so ESG agenda. I have like assume that I have done something ESG agenda. I have come out with this new the CSR led growth strategy during this year, and I have done like another new the service domain in that the area of each characteristic which I have explained a while ago. So then you have 3 cases. Just write those 3 cases here. So case number 1, where like you can't write a lot, no. So case number 1, having this kind of introducing a new strategy to the organization, which is this that was implemented. These are the resulted output outcome out of that. So like earlier we had only X number of such activities, events and impactful initiatives, versus during this year we have done 10 or 12 or 15 like that. So earlier this is our thinking line with regard to ESG concept. Now that into a execution up to that far, and that has been further recognized by or like our awards, and so like and then the resulted the output. So that's what the evidence do, like that one should be able to. So then for judges, quite easy to understand, okay, this person has all these 7 areas, but this one is his game changer, this one is the predominant demonstrator. So that by looking at the way the evidences are presented, the average to good to very good mark ranges can be given. So that mark ranges, of course, belong to the professional judgment of the relevant judge. So then, while having done, but still, I want to further emphasize that some additional supporting material like this has been recognized in the media or some leading journals or some additional awards or company has name or like even representing some like so that's what it says. This should be very brief. Some like there can be some annexes, so sources. I think that is what here. So therefore, the clarity point of view, ladies and gentlemen, it's about getting this. All the key features are part of your forte, but in terms of the personality profile point of view, this particular might be I think there are one or two leaders there. Mr. Dilshan, correct me if I'm wrong. Like about like two leadership factors are visible, so they are coming out with two separate applications. Am I right?
Yes, you are, sir.
Yeah. Say one might be a real brand changer during the 2024. So like you got your brand into a new dimension, years of effort, work. So then you have a story there. So three evidences. That is a one application. Whereas another one is, as I explained, like CSR or something like visionary leadership or the kind of one area which you want to showcase. I think I'm done in that sense. We can entertain some questions or clarifications if any. Same thing with the corporate management level as well.
And we have to highlight how it's differentiate because we are not expecting corporate management level to write all these seven competencies. Only we need to highlight one because executive director level category only we are expecting to write seven. So we need to highlight it, sir.
Ah, yeah. So there is like here. So that's thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Now, in this case, friends, dear ladies and gentlemen, you can see that for those who are applying under corporate, so we have made your life further simplified. I think this is a very much debated point at the our approval level also. So since we are taking the senior leaders, very senior leaders, embedding all the seven areas, but why not like the corporate management team? Still, they are upcoming future stars and so on. But like, don't pressurize them writing too much. So why not giving a one area? So life is quite easy in that sense. So straight away highlight the feature and then the key characteristics, a few areas just to embed. So that will give you 10 marks. So that will give us a wow. So this is what this personality is all about. With that, go to the next page, please. Yeah. So then here we have evidences one, two, three, like as we have explained. So and your I think in the corporate level point of view, writing is relatively easy. Relatively easy because you don't need to. You can straight away pick from your basket what you are good at, build on. Find it out, build on, consolidate that. But at least in the senior level, we need like brief narrations required. So that's the only difference. Yeah, I think. Yeah, thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any clarifications, kindly raise your hands to the Zoom and switch uh, on your mic and post your questions.
I yeah, I think one question has come from Rocky De Silva, Mr. Rocky.
Yeah, please go ahead.
How to apply for special awards?
Yeah, the similar exercise, because nothing deviate from our template, you can write the same, but under the special awards, we have clearly given the area what we expected, like CSR, digital literacy or transformation, likewise. So that the report should clearly within that given
Domain,
expected
I would say.
project, yes.
Yeah. Only Mr. Rukidisila, the only the slight difference there is that in that particular given context domain, the demonstration of managerial leadership is the only difference. So one has raised the hand, manage LIOC. Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, I have two questions. One is, as per the standard templates given, the report has to be endorsed by the senior manager. So, where it has to be endorsed, the report itself, or it should be in a different form?
Yeah, I think we have shared the template in the Word format. In the first page, if you can see, so we have given the declaration and the person to endorse that report. So
That,
kindly
but
look at that.
it appears to be that the person who is applying for it, they have to declare, or the company director has to declare, sir.
So in the report, I think we can further refer it and we'll clarify it. Uh,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. The second question is, sir, that during the explanation, the doctor was explaining there will be two applications. So can you just elaborate what are the two applications? I'm applying through the corporate level competition, sir.
Okay. Shall I? So
Yes,
here,
please.
in that sense, no, the application in the sense, like for an example, you can pick the key leadership attribute that you want to highlight. So then assume that in this case, one day I have got the question right, like you have two, let's say two such leadership managerial competencies are very much visible. So in that sense, you have to apply under two separate applications, where in one application, assume, let's take a very hypothetical case, like you might be going ahead with the demonstrating visionary leadership category one, where you will build your three evidences and so on. But at the same time, during your that corresponding year, let's say that you have built up something like number 4, engaging brand building and something like that. So where you have a strong case in point and the evidences are there where you can build. So that's your application number 2.
All
Yeah,
right, sir. Understood.
only differentiate is what the evidences you are bringing. The rest of the things mostly the similar.
Understood, sir. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, doctor, this is Samantha. I hope I'm audible.
Yes,
Yes,
you are.
yes, please go ahead.
Now, I just want to get a clarification on the evaluation system, because now if you're applying for a general category without any particular competencies, so then it will be evaluated as a general candidate, and you will be considered all the competencies or the 7 competencies that we mentioned. Is that right?
Yeah, actually, at least you need to now, if you are coming under the corporate management level, so you need to pick out of 1 out of 7 and build your case based on that competency. So without quoting a competency, we are not willing to go ahead further with that application. And also based on that competency, you need to give the evidences. So that is our expectation.
Dilshan, actually, I'm applying under the executive director, I think, because that's the category that I'm falling into.
Right.
So in that case, I have to fill all the 7 competencies. Am I
Yes,
right?
it's like this. Under the executive director level category, you need to write descriptions under all 7, but the evidences you can bring what most preferred area out of that 7.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Dilshan.
Thank you. So if there's no any questions, are we in a position to wrap up this discussion, sir?
Fine, please, please.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your kind patience and participation for this brief intro session. And this the recorded version we are sharing with you. Tomorrow you will get that the link of this the recorded version, as well as kindly note that if anyone not downloaded the Word template yet, kindly it's available in our website. So we encourage you to download it and refer. And based on the template, you need to write it and make the PDF version and send it to send it via given email address awards@cpmsrilanka.org. That is our expectation on or before 7th August. Till 7th August you have time, and till 11:59 at the night. So we are expecting that report. So please adhere with that given date and the time. So with that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much again. And we wish you all the best for your this Management Leadership Excellence Awards. And we hope you all will be recognized at the award night at the 3rd September 2025 at Cinnamon Grand. Till such, if you have any sort of clarifications or any further assistance, so we are willing to give that best assistance to you. So kindly liaise with our office. So we will give our best assistance. Thank you very much and have a pleasant evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Samantha and Mr. Dishan.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.